back at it again. Some more Minecraft. This time we are in 11W47A snapshot. Before. He doesn't want to, he doesn't care. Before 1.1. The making of 1.1. That looks kind of ugly. Let's take this off. There we go. Pre 1.1. So we're excited. We're very excited. Oh, whoa. What's going on with my head? Let me show you what is new. Oh, that's new. What is this? Let's go down here. Oh, got some wood here. Oh, Oh, hey, where'd my flowers go? Yes, this is the enchantment room. This is what we have so far. And of course, as we get new things, we're going to expand, improve, change. But right now, we're just got what we can. I don't know what to do about this yet. Maybe I'll trim it, put something there. What is that house over there? Let's go take a look. So you can see over here, we got my house, and you have the Great Hall. And over this hill here and down, we come across this house. It's embedded in the dirt here, which is pretty cool. Little bit of a rustic Viking way. So it's pretty nice. I thought it'd be nice to have, since this was already kind of had a lot of dirt over here. But inside we have the potioner's room, the potion house, whichever one you call it, alchemist house. I don't know. Anyways, we got 3 nice brewing stands here. We do have some water to grab. So we have the old cauldron. There you go. Now the cauldron has water. And over here we'll have like bottles, water bottles, potions and stuff. For now, a nice little bed for the potion maker. And of course, you gotta have your own campfire. Gotta keep warm in those cold times, you know? The cold nights. So that's what we got so far. Nothing too crazy. Next is changes to the island. It is now fully an island. And yeah, let me grab that boat and we'll go around and I'll show you. So it's kind of hard to see at the bottom of the water, but I did make everything touch the bottom of the water. Just gotta trim it, perfect it, you know, so on and so forth. There is a nice addition over here. So you'll, if you remember, the section where this cow is, it was cut off. And you can see the torches there. It stops there. This is new. So I added this just so that it can, just so it has space. It doesn't fully get cut off. So I thought it would be cool. You have some stairs going down to the edge here, and there will be a bridge going over to the mainland where we can continue on with adventuring without jumping into the water and such. So I thought that would be pretty cool, so I added that. I filled in this edge, I filled in this little section here. So, you know, the moment where that little spot where I was having issues with the cow and the sheep when I'm trying to bring them in. Yeah, that's filled in now. Looks nice. Got some sandage there. I'm happy with that. Over under more, this section here, a lot of this was cut off. So I gave it a little bit of character. I made this curve inwards more, so it gives it a little bit of a hideaway. And you'll notice up there, that is where I made that railing, that 1 kilometer Minecraft rail for the achievement. And it was cut off. All this was cut off. So I put this here because I thought it could be a nice addition for once I get villagers. We can have houses here and balconies so that they can have something overlooking to the sunset. I thought that would be a nice little addition as well. And this came up. Oh, my boat. You notice this came up as well. I capped it off here just to finish it up. I'll clean it up, and whenever I figure out what to add here. But I think one of the most important things is the Hall of Time. So I did want to try and keep it as a island, a little separate thing as much as possible. Eventually I'm going to make, put flowers and everything around, so I kept it as grass. And you'll see here, everything's kind of connected. You got your own little, I don't know, canal around here, so it's still, in a way, separated. But it did connect up to here, so I kept it as that. And eventually I'll cut this off, make it nice and clean. And if you remember, this spot where the Nether portal it was a tiny thing. It was a tiny little island. So I added stuff to this too. You'll notice there's fern there. I'm gonna hold that there, keep that there so that I can grab it later. And yeah, you'll notice there's no torches or anything. But I gave it a little bit of a rounded edge to it. So I can put more stuff to it, add more stuff. Eventually this is gonna go. I'm gonna move it somewhere. This is going to be the Nether Island. This is going to be the Nether Island. So I'm gonna carve it out, make it look good for the Nether portal, and eventually this is going to be where the hub is connected to, the Nether hub. And then if you see all the way over there, I did make the islands connect. The big one on the right, it connects to the floor, and the one on the left, the smaller one, that connects as well. So I'm excited to get those going, but that is literally not for a long while. And that's pretty much it. So it's awesome. But to be honest, that is it for 1147A. Not much in 1147A. Just subtle code optimizations, and they fixed the door that sometimes doesn't open correctly. A little bit of trivia for you. You want to know some trivia? Yeah, you do. This snapshot was released on the same day as 1.0.1. Fancy that. Well, let's go on to the next one. 11W48A. Oh, let's go to bed, too. Nothing much in this one, but I will show you a beautiful new change that makes me happy. He's not interested because he doesn't care. Remember how I added the fences because the collision box was high enough that you wouldn't be able to trample this? But now they fixed the collision of the fence, so now you trample it whenever you walk on it. Well, in this snapshot, simply walking don't hurt no more. So we are free to roam. Don't know what happened there. Free to roam. Can we run? No running. No running. Just walking. Take it easy. Just walking. Walking is fine. But it will get trampled if you run and fall on it, which includes jumping. One addition is apples. Apples now fall from the trees, which is actually pretty awesome. They have a 1 in 200 chance, which is 0.5% to drop from oak leaves. Just oak leaves. We're not gonna get different woods for a little while. No, it's coming. It's coming pretty soon. It's coming soon, but not as soon as we hoped, right? Yeah. They added a fog room. They removed the fog in creative mode, so that's doesn't matter for us. And the taiga temperature value, they changed from 0.3 to 0.05, so now they are able to generate with snow again. Wonderful. And let's go. 11W49A. And finally, this is where we'll stay for a little bit. But where are my manners? Where are my manners? Because you don't have them, you keep barking. We need to do the intro. Let's go. Intro time. 2 hours later, and he finally remembers his manners. What a guy. I know he's excited about this new island and what he's planned for his update, but come on. All I could say about this is, what's happening? We are in an update that has no name, mostly because there wasn't much added. Yes, it's a barren wasteland of an update. Nevertheless, fans have come to call it the Spawn Egg Update, because that was probably the most game-changing thing to be added. In this series, we are going through the versions, experiencing what they added, changed, and removed to create a forever world that I could truly be satisfied with. At the end of each video, I create diorama rooms for the update containing what was introduced into the Hall of Time. 1.1 is a quiet one, but we're going to make the most of it, one way or another. Now, let's get back to the show. Now that that's out of the way, let's go through the things that 49A have for us before the sun goes down, yeah. Big addition is spawn eggs. We do have spawn eggs now. So that's a beautiful thing, a beautiful sight. Added multiple languages, so that's pretty cool. I wonder if you can see it here. Language! Look at that. We do have English Canada. Let's check that out. What's the deal with English Canada? Well, remember, yeah, torch, melon, dirt, stick, what about iron leggings? Huh? Looks the same. We'll keep that on, see if we can spot any differences. Sheep, they now eat grass and short grass to regrow their wool. Before they didn't. Who knew? I didn't know. Shearing now yields 1 to 3 wool instead of their 2 to 4, just to balance it out, you know, because I mean it's an infinite source now. So a farmland apparently is no longer destroyed by items and particles. Who knew about that? There was a powered rail bug, they fixed it. A redstone update bug, who knew? But the biggest thing in this version, in this snapshot, what happens? What happens if I press B? What happened to my bar? Look at this! What the? Look at these spawn eggs. That's right, when you press B, it switches you in and out of survival and creative. And it's a beautiful thing, because I have an idea that I've always wanted to do in the Nether. So you've seen this. This is a pretty decently sized build, even for me. And then you go here. This is a big building, a big construction, a big project that's slowly in the making. That's gonna be pretty big. Multiple stories, you know? Stuff like that. But we are going to build the biggest one yet. And that is a Nether hub. That's right. We are going to start making that Nether hub. I made the Nether hub in... Where's my stuff here? I made the Nether hub in creative mode. I made a testing world so I can build it and make sure I got all the stuff ready, make sure, you know, it's the way I want it to be. So now we are going to go and get it. There's a grass there. Anyways, we're going to go and get it ready, but first, I think we are going to level that out and make sure we have a good spot for that Nether portal. Build a nice house for it as well. A nice little Nether portal. Another portal temple. We'll call it that. There you go. That leads into the Nether portal hub. Yeah. And wherever it lands, I think that's where we're gonna make it. We're gonna have to do a lot of mining. So let's get that going. Let's do it about right here. Our first diamond shovel at 45 levels, we're gonna get 43. Alright, well, I guess that's something. Okay, so this section is a little bit more thinner than I thought, but I don't want to bring it down any lower because, you know, it's a temple to the Nether. We want to give it some stairs, you know, make it mean something. So I think this will be the size for now. We would have to bring the bridge. We would have to make a bridge from here to here because we have the Hall of Time there, and it's gonna be pretty crowded if we add more stuff there. So bridge over here, it's gonna connect probably around here. Yeah, we could cut that off a bit and make a bridge that'll connect here. So this will be the entrance, which then you'll come in into probably, we could fill this in, which will probably be about right here, and maybe right here. This might be good. Maybe I'll bring it up a little bit more. Yeah. That is where it's going to be. All this dirt and nowhere to put it. I did a little bit of a calculation, and for all the way from here to there, the difference in the portal in the Nether is literally 1 block. So I was wondering if I'd have to move it around, but I'm only gonna have to move it around 1 block. And here we are. You might notice this is different too. It's not dirt. Well, when I logged in, the Nether resetted. It resetted on me. I don't know why. I don't know why, and I don't know how. It was very strange. And the stronghold had an issue as well. For some reason, there was a couple of chunks that was just turned into solid stone. It was turned into solid stone, and a part of that was the end portal. So I had to reset that whole area. Well, not the whole area, but just majorly where the Nether portal is, so that those chunks of solid stone is moved out of the stronghold area. I don't know why it keeps making it, but it does anyways. And then so I ran through here quickly just to make the connection again to the stronghold. The end is still what it is, and the dragon is dead and all that, so I didn't have to do that all over again. Mainly just the Nether, and the stronghold, which was pretty weird. My idea is going to be huge. How huge? I mean, compared to other people's Nether hubs, I don't think this is going to be that big compared to them. You know, some people, they make it really huge, and I'm just like, I'm sitting there thinking, do you really need this big of a Nether hub? You know, sometimes they make it so huge and massive, and you know, mine is going to be pretty big. You know, compared to my status, like my status of big, it's pretty big. But nevertheless, I'm pretty excited for it. We do have to make sure we are down to Y level 55, because that's how big it's going to be. We're going to have a perimeter radius of 53. The width of the whole thing is going to be 37 blocks, and the height is 56 blocks. I wanted to make sure it doesn't touch the roof, and make sure it has enough that it doesn't touch the tall roof there, that you can still see it, right, from afar, and you could be like, oh, it's cutting up into the roof, you know. I want to make sure you get a clear view of it. So that's why I kind of gauged it, so 55 is probably where it's going to be. And so let's us move. I want to make sure I get the center of the whole thing first. So we're going to move this to its spot where I did some calculations, and in the Nether hub, I guess I can take that off now. In the Nether hub, it's about 5 blocks away from the middle, from the center, the Nether portal. So we're just gonna move this to where I plan to put it, and we'll kind of gauge where things will be. So we're gonna do that. Alright. Alright. So the Nether portal is going to be, let me use the cobblestone as reference. 696. So it's literally right here. And 762 right here. So that is probably going to be one corner. So okay, so I want it to be in the bottom left, right? So got that's going to be the portion of the portal. So this is the corner. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I moved. Ah, dang it. 5. There you go. Alright. This is going to be the center. Now, we got a lot of mining to do. You know, let's get to mining. First, we're going to go down all the way down to 50. We're at 89. We're going to go all the way down to 55. Gotta be careful. Gotta be careful because since we're high up, you don't know. There could be, you could fall into a pit here. So, and make sure that we don't fall into any lava pit. Actually, oh my gosh! Thank you, Leg. Thank you. I appreciate it. Haha. Leg did a funny. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, good one, good one. April Fools, April Fools. There. 9 fire resistance extended potions. I just realized it wasn't peaceful. It occurred to me, how come I'm not coming across any enemies? So I don't know why I put it on peaceful. I'm trying to remember when I put it on peaceful, but I can't remember at all. Anyways, back to normal. All right, let's continue. Okay. We're at 55 and we didn't come across anything yet. Alright, so this is the middle, 691, 756. 691, 756. Alright, this is the middle. Oh, there it is. There's the opening. Hey guys, how's it going? We have the whole axis connected. Well, we have the whole 53 on each side. Now, if my memory serves me, I should be able to connect everything in a good circular radius. Done. Alright. We got the whole radius done. Now, let's open this up a bit. The template is set. The template is ready. This is how big it's gonna be. Gee, that's a lot. I laid down cobblestone on the bottom. It's gonna not. This is gonna be the protective layer, the protective bottom layer, and then this is going to be the ground where the netherrack is, and then upwards is going to be the walls and stuff. Because just in case there's some gas explosions or anything, it's not gonna blow up too much, right? It's just gonna blow up the surface. The whole thing, it's gonna be a Viking style temple, but it's gonna be made out of stone bricks and cobblestone for now, until we start getting other stuff that could be useful, or well, different textures and colors that can actually make it pop up a lot more, like deep slate, black stone, all the other stones and whatnot that we can get, and all the other blocks that are more resistant to gas blasts. Because I'm not gonna cover it. I'm not gonna make a dome around it and to protect it. You know, I want it to be open for all to see and stuff. You know. And so yeah, this is basically the template here. First floor, and we got the entrances here. One on each side, each compass direction, northeast, south, west. So yeah, look how much netherrack I've gotten so far. Almost a full chest here, and almost half a chest here. Ignore the wooden planks there. But yeah, and now it's all that was all from this. So imagine everything else as we start going all the way up, and we gotta mine all the way up to the all the way up to the roof. That's the plan right there. And then eventually cut everything out, make so that we can see the temple from a mile away. You know, hopefully. But I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Well, I might do that and just cut it into the montage, which is gonna start right now.
Full moon again, crazy how time flies. One might wonder if past path was in the right direction, but I do believe Things come to life by accident when it remains on. Sounds like it's meant to be.
Wake up, new space made when things fall apart. Get up, what matters after ending's how you left them on. Don't wait up, fire in my soul, fire in my heart. Till you see me on the other side of stars, I'm running.
Well, the journey starts somewhere with a first step. No one's sure what lies ahead, be bold and brave.
Stand up!
Roads may be rough and tough, though it will lead somewhere.
Nothing easy, get up and go, get it, go.
Sometimes it's journey itself that teaches all about the destination not aware of. No matter how far, how you go, how long it may last, venture with no regret.
Finally, we are finished. What is that? Oh, what's that? Let's take a look, shall we? This took a long time. Like, the longest time I've ever experienced. Look at this beauty. Oh, what a Nether HUB. So is that water? Yeah, it is water. Look at that. You use ice and just let the sucker melt or smack it. Way before, I think it was before, oh, I can't remember. I think it was the next update. It doesn't, you can't do this anymore. So this is the reason why I wanted to do it, you know, get her done. But yeah, we got it. Look at this. What's inside? There's wood. There's wood inside. But let's just take a little gander. Actually, you know what I could do? Just switch it up. So you can see here. I did the best I could with without having the stairs being able to connect themselves with the corners and all that. And then of course the old Viking style rooftop there at the edge, at the corner. Did it the same here up until about the 3rd floor, and then I went up a little bit more and then turned it into a steep gable. Because if I did it any lower, then it just looked kind of goofy, because then it'd be really tall and steep and just it didn't make too much sense. So I went 3 floors up with the 4 corners and then the steep. But it turned out pretty good, I think. Not too bad. And then up here, of course, you gotta have your old roof, the old gate, the old steeple, you know, for the smoke to come out, because you always gotta have, you know, ventilation, proper ventilation. So I did 2 ways. I did 2 ways. I had one for the one here, the steep, and then up here had the 4 corner one, 4 corner steeple, whatever, and then up top here. We will, once the fences come, the stone fences, I'll switch it up, switch this. But other than that, I think it turned out really nice. Made sure that I made sure to use the iron bars so that the ghasts around us don't shoot inside. They love this area. It was crazy. They would always just slowly slip in and wander around up above. Almost every time it would come out, they just start shooting from below. That it's shooting from up high. That's why you see all this fire here and all this damage. It was annoying. It was very annoying. And I said to myself, see, there's one right there. And I said to myself, you know, I might as well keep the fire in here, because I have one idea for the whole top here. But right now, let's go inside, take a peek, because you're probably wondering what the heck's inside. So you see here the floor is kind of goofy, but again, once we can blend the corners in, it'll be a lot more beautiful. Actually, let's do that. So let's go in through the middle here. Whoa, beautiful. Let's go in. Of course, you gotta have the old bonfire inside. Gonna switch this into the blue fire once we get it, because I think it'll be a lot more better as for the Nether HUB. But look at that. Look at the height. Isn't that gorgeous? Ah, beautiful. And then of course it splits off into its axis, all the four corners, all the 4 points, whatever you want to call them, all the 4 chords. All the 4 chords. Then you go into each corner here, and this room will probably be for either the stable or the piglin farm, the piglin bartering farm trade, and of course you have the nether portal back to the overworld. And then, but on the other side adjacent to it would be the stairs. So you see here, this would be for the stable or piglin bartering. And it's all pretty much the same all around. And you'll come up here. I think the stairs look nice. I decided to split it, so you know, because having one on only on one side was kind of tough to choose, and so I figured, you know what, I'll just do both. So you come up here, and look at that. This is the Nether Wart Farm. Gorgeous. And you look down. Hey, who goes there? You know, very nice. And of course you have the, well, not much of a view yet, but it's a view nonetheless. And then of course you got the old Netherworld farm on each side. So we have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 10. This is 3, 13, 16, 60 on each side. That is what, 32? So not too bad. Not too bad. And then up here is the living area and storage. So of course see, I put down some furnace, the crafting table, and then I have my potions of fire resistance. I thought I would need these, so I made a whole bunch. Didn't use any one of them. There you go. And then all of this. Guess what's in here? That's right, I got a whole bunch of netherrack. All of this is filled with the netherrack that I mined and collected. Well, most of it anyways. And it ends up to here. One full chest here, and just a little bit on the double. I do have a little bit more at home, but I didn't. That's not the ones that I mined from just for this. But yeah, this was all. This was it. This is crazy. And then you can see up here, it's not. It doesn't seem too tall, but it's still crazy. And you look down here, it's like, wow, that's some good height. I love it. I love it. And then of course I had to make everything slab, put slabs on top there because the zombie piglins, they would just spawn wherever, and that's why I put the minecarts here. First I put slabs, it looked ugly, and I was like, maybe I'll put torches. That'd be even more ugly. So I was like trying to think, what was like the most flat thing that would prevent spawn? And of course that would be the minecarts. So I put those down until I can figure out something else, like maybe string once you can start placing those down, or whatever, what have you. We'll figure it out. I'm very happy with it, very happy with it. And then, of course, you got the nice grass outside, and the grass in the water. So now we have one last thing to do. So then this requires us to be in creative mode, because actually, let me oh. No thank you, not today. I just wanted to move this out first, so I don't accidentally screw up. But yeah, here's what we're going to do. We are going to punch a hole to the nether. And my idea is, because this is, you know, this is a nether hub, this is Viking, you don't see anything like this, right? So my thought is like, this was given by the gods, by Odin, you know, and they kind of like charged through the air from high above and slammed it down, and that's why it just kind of shoots right down, and it cuts through everything. You got fire and everything, you know. So I thought that would be pretty cool. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, now look at that. Oh geez, this is huge. I thought I was already done, and this would take quick work, because it still took a while. My goodness. Anyways, after that, what's next is to line everything up again. Oh my gosh, you can't even do it that high. We can only bring it up to here. Can I do it from? No. Alright, fine. Up to here. I ain't complaining. Gotta make that ring just like before. Oh. How do you get up? Oh, he spawned on the stone bricks. I see. Wow. Well, good luck when you fall. Jeez. Just saying. Okay. That part's complete. And now I need to get to the edge of right where that water is. The very corner of that water. I need to make a hole here. I just gotta get to it. If I can figure out where it would be. Where's my pick? Hit it! Oh, dang. Alright, anyway. So that's what we'll do for the other areas. And then we'll put the ice in. We'll let that sucker melt naturally. While we get these other ones going. Oh, that melted pretty quick. Alright. So you see it is ready to drop. I wonder if I could just do this. There you go. Now that sucker is going down. And then we'll just get this out. Have that floating, because I have an idea for the future. I think it's in the next update where they increase the build height from 120, what's this, 128? 128 to 252, around there, yeah? And then that's when we will continue the Nether HUB build. Because we're not done yet. We're not done. You could say this was just phase 1. Look at everybody coming up here. Yeah, you better stay up here. I don't want you guys down below. Alright, that's the last one. Now, how to get down? Oh, I know. Beauty. Alright. Look at that. Alrighty, that's gorgeous. Look at that water coming down from the gods themselves. And then once the update comes, I can further make it better. I can further build up above. I have an idea for that, but we'll discuss about that more in the future. I went with the waterfalls coming down from each corner. I mean, I had that a concept at the beginning. Let me actually get into a better spot here. Sure, right here. So I wanted to have the water come down to the corners, but I was trying to figure out how to put them. And my initial thought was to have it coming from the middle, and it would pierce the top here, and then it would split eventually down around probably like midway through, and then it would go to the corners. So I was building that, and I was building kind of like an aqueduct of sorts. But then I took a step back to look at it, and it was really covering just how magnificent this looked, right? It was like it was just blocking the way. It was blocking the view. So I took that out, and I decided it would just come straight down. And eventually, once the build height increases, I can continue on there from here and do something else at the top to make it really come from the middle itself. So that's my reasoning there. So it's not done. I would probably say it's more than halfway done, but because it's not going to be too grandeur up top, it's not going to be too much. But nonetheless, we are not totally finished. But I am quite happy with how this Nether HUB turned out. Looks kind of goofy on this side. Let me get. There you go. Look at that. Very nice. And I do like the water coming in. It is, you know, and it's the Nether. You know, you can't get water into the Nether now. So I figured we should get it in the Nether, you know, because can't get it anymore. So it's the perfect time. And I was trying to figure out how to implement it, and I figured this would be the best way. At first I thought of having it inside, but then, it kind of looked goofy. So I just did this. And, you know, worked out. I think it worked out pretty well. Apart from all that, I did use the creative mode to get the spawn eggs, because those are new too, right? So gotta add those to the Hall of Time as well. And I think that was it for this long, what is this, 11W49A. And that's that. That's that. Sun's coming up, as you can see. That means it's time to head on to the next one. And unfortunately, the creative mode's not going to be here anymore. So, tough luck. Gotta go. 11W50A. Here we go. As you can see, it still says 11W49A. But that was a little typo. It was a little typo. You see, he knows. Look at that. He knows. It was a little typo. They accidentally named it 49A instead of 50. But I'm pushing B. There's no more game mode change. We no longer have the ability to fly and be creative. But I digress. We have a few changes here. Well, there are more splashes for the main screen, so that's nice. Baby sheep eat faster, so that's cool, I guess. That's cool. But the main thing is that the skeletons, when they shoot the creepers, they finally now drop the other music discs. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go hunting for the rest of the music discs. We have blocks, chirp, far, maul, melee, stall, strad, and ward. We got quite a bit. So we're gonna go get ready. Sun's coming up. We're gonna go harvest some goodies. Get things ready for the big battle. I call it a battle because, man, it's gonna take a while. I mean, you don't know what's gonna start smacking you, you know? It's crazy. Oh, and it's raining. Don't worry. Once we get to the desert, it will not rain anymore. Oh, it's a thunderstorm too. Let's make a full stack of bread. Oh boy. Let's get out of here while the going's good. Oh my gosh. They grew so fast. You know what? Okay, let me grab these. I was running low on melons, and I'd always have to sit here and wait for them to grow. So if I can get them now. Oh my gosh, it grew again. So fast. Meanwhile, I'm increasing the chances of my home to be burned down. Now we just wait for the sun to go down. I don't have a solid solution, a solid easy way to get these creepers to be shot, so I think we're just gonna go with the old school way. Just smack the creepers a little bit and let the skeletons smack them. Okay, there's creeper number one. There's another creeper. Oh! Ah, I blame it on the cactus. I don't like how the creeper moves faster than the... Uh-oh. There you go, right there. Come on, dude. What do we get? Far. Okay, that's one. Great. This is gonna be chaotic. This is really gonna be chaotic. Okay, got one. There you go. Oh, that's the same thing. What a shot. What? Oh, because he hit him. Forgot about that. Oh, okay. Okay, alright. 2 out of 8. Alright. Okay, so here, simple. Got the pressure plate in the middle. And then once they step inside, they'll get stuck because these pop up and they can't jump out. So, give it a go. Come here. Come here, creeper. Boom! There you go. Okay, come here, Skelly. There you go. There you go. Alright, next one on the list. Nice. This is what dreams are made of. Don't despawn. Strad, there you go. Now, first creepers everywhere, now they're gone. Where did they go? Nobody knows. It's like they just come in waves or something, you know? There you go. Hey, stall. There you go. Much better, much better. Oh. Okay, have at 'em. Another melody. How long is this going to take? Oh. Wow. Nice shot. Beautiful shot. Oh, that's a new one. Blocks. There we go. So we got all of them and all the dupes except for Chirp. You know, I'm satisfied with that. I could get Chirp another time. Oh, wait, there's a creeper over here. There you go. What do we got? Small. All right, thank you. All right, let's put our dupes in here. Let's start with the. Where should we go? We should place some wall. Is it mall used to always sound like this? Yeah. And then we'll put Chirp blocks, Chirp bar, mall, melody, stall, strad, and ward into the chest with the beautiful spawn eggs. And that is it for this one. Next one is 12W1A. Woohoo! We're almost there, almost done. Now this one added 18 translations, but they removed 4. They added the super flat world, which is pretty nice. It is quite iconic. They added biomes. They added the beach, which they took out in 1.8 beta. They added desert hills, forest hills, taiga hills, hills that you can't comprehend. They changed the fence gates. They updated the collision to align with fences. Ladders, for some reason, have no more collision. They're not solid anymore. You can't stand on them or anything, which is quite weird. They have a smoother color transition between biomes, which is nice. Chests generated in the blacksmith's building. Brewing time. The brewing time for potions has been reduced to 20 seconds. Look at that. Beautiful. And they decreased the enchantment table randomness. How random was it before? I have no clue. It didn't feel random to me when I was trying to get what I wanted. But honestly, that is that. that's all. That's all for today. So let's get out of here and dive straight into 1.1. We're here. We're here. Beautiful. Beautiful day. Beautiful world. The sun's going down. Hey. There's one thing that they definitely added, and that is enchantments for bows. They finally added power, punch, infinity, and flame. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna make our own enchanted bow. Not that one. That one's almost broken. We want something fresh. We want it fresh. So we're gonna do that. Melons and pumpkins can now grow onto dirt instead of only farmland, which I'm gonna be honest with you, I think they've done that already, because, I mean, look, that one grew on dirt already. They're growing on dirt already, so, I mean, you know, I think it was a little bit earlier than before. Golden apples! The recipe is now reduced to gold nuggets. You wanna see? Let's take a peek. Boom. Look at that. It's enchanted too. Ooh. You know what? You know what? Let's just do it. Let's just let's just make a whole bunch. Why? Because why not? Using all of the apples that I have. Look at that. And you know what? We can make a little bit more. We can make a little bit more. 54 enchanted golden apples. Ain't no other way, brother. We'll make the rest of that. Anyways, magma cubes. Magma cubes can now drop magma cream. It's about time. About time, about time. And that is it. That is literally it for 1.1. Not too much, honestly. Not too much in terms of additions, honestly. And when I say additions, I mean blocks, mobs, items, something, you know, something that's been added to be used in every day. Because, I mean, you can't use spawn eggs in every day. That's why when it came to 1.1, they didn't really have a title for it, you know, because you had the next one, I believe, is the Faithful update, and then you had like the Villager Trading update, Redstone update, the End update, you know. But this one didn't really have one, so eventually people called it either the Spawn Egg update because it added the spawn eggs, and they added, or they called it the Super Flat update because that's when they added the Super Flat world. And that's honestly it. So we are just going to make the last bit of our golden apples, use those up, because why not? Put these beautiful babies away. Look at that. Beautiful, gorgeous. And we're gonna spend a little bit of time getting some levels. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention. I made this. It's a stone generator. So you just grab this, turn it on, and then there you go. You know, make that. I was getting tired of mining in the mines, so I just did that and AFK'd for how long? To get the stone needed for the Nether HUB. That was fun. Okay. Let's get 39, since we got 39 levels. 38? Good enough. What do we get? Oh, Punch 2! That's better than nothing. Alright, Punch 2. Cool. That is our very first enchanted bow. A Punch 2 bow. Wonderful. Well, I could say that is officially it for 1.1. Now we go and make the Hull of Time, which is going to be right over there. What was that one? That's beta, I think. Yeah, that's the beta room. So we're going to put it right beside it. And I have a nice idea for it. Gonna take, it's going to be a little bit bland, nothing too crazy, but I think with how I'm going to decorate it, I think it should turn out quite nice. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get her going. Hold on. Before we get, I mean, I already did it. Don't look at it. Don't look at that. I already did it, but I totally forgot. There's other things we need to do. The things that I forgot that I wanted to do before we worked on the Hall of Time. And one of that is to look for a skeleton spawner, right? I mentioned that earlier, and I totally forgot. But I think what we're going to do, we're gonna go just over here a little bit, and we're gonna see if there's any monster spawner nearby. Oh. And and this keeps going. Yeah, probably gonna have to go over all the way over there. I don't think... Yeah, I haven't been over there. But this mine shaft is massive. So we'll go across the water. We'll go to the neighbor's yard and see if there's anything there. Yeah, there's a lot of caves now, huh? Sheesh. Well, we are just west of the base of the home, which is just right over there. I didn't find anything in the neighbor's area. Can't see anything really, because it's all a whole bunch of junk, but we'll keep looking. Oh! Okay. Perfect. Alright, well, it's right there. Perfect. Let's go get her. Hello! Have you heard of the good news? The good news is I've come to take over. What other goodies in here? Nothing much. But you know what? That's okay. Wait a minute. Where's the mossy cobblestone? What the heck? Oh, that's a shame. That's a real shame. Oh well. Let's go and get this sorted out here. Alright, sun's coming down and we finished the entrance. The beautiful entrance. Look at it. Gorgeous. Small, effective, you know. So we just come inside here, close the door, and you see these stairs. Ooh, very ominous. You just make your way down here, and you will see over here the skeleton spawner. I got the old 4-way over here. It seems to work quite well. And yeah, they just spawn in here, and then they drop down. The huge. You go down here, a little baby sparrow staircase. Nothing too crazy. And you can hear them crunching. And they drop down to here. They're supposed to be down one more level. But because the water doesn't really protect them when they drop from the spawner, I brought it up one more because sometimes they die if they spawn one block higher than the others. And I'll add one extra block of damage. Sometimes they die down below. So I brought it up one more, and it'll just takes a couple more hits, but yeah, can't complain. In I think 1.2 is when they'll change it, and you can have, and they'll take less damage with water. I think it's from 4 blocks to 2 blocks. But we'll see. And then if it's any better, I'll just change it. But yeah, not too bad. I already got some arrows and some bones, so I'm happy with that. Not too bad there. So let's go on to the next one. So it takes a bit to get to the potions house. And so at first I was thinking I could have a little bridge or something to go through, to go around, but it's wraps around quite a ways. So what I think I'm going to do is the ground level kind of starts right there. So I'm gonna have a bridge overhanging wrap around the corner, and then right about around here is where it'll start to go actually through the mountain, and it'll make grant access through there, as well as over there as well. I want to put a bridge over there to the Nether portal, and probably I'll do that next time. We'll just work on the bridge here and the bridge over there. We'll do that, but we're gonna need some more wood. With that, you want me to enchant an iron axe? So be it. Perfect. Alright, I think I did good for now. I'm gonna wait until we can do upside down stairs and stuff to make it look better on the bottom. But so far it's just, you know, just a flat little thing. Nothing too crazy for now, but yeah, it's a lot better, a lot more smoother. You can just cruise along the side here. I have the supports with the oak logs, and of course some lighting inside, which then opens up to the beautiful potion house. Got the old pathway, which, you know, I'm quite happy with. Look at that, gorgeous. B-E-A, beautiful. Actually, no, there's one thing that's not here. There we go. Satisfactory. Now I was thinking of continuing on and making the bridge here, but that's gonna take some time. I'll wait until we can do upside down stairs, slabs, and whatnot. Make things so I can make it a lot more nice looking. All right, now let's go and do the good old, what's the word? The montage. Let's go. All right.
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Guess what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. Must keep on moving ahead. No time for guessing, follow my plan instead. Trusting in what you can't see. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow I'll make it through. Oh yeah.
Okay, now we can finally check out the beautiful and wonderful Hall of Time 1.1. Oh, let's hug this side. Oh, where is it? Da 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 da. Oh, look at that! Not too bad. Not too bad at all. I mean, truly there was only so much I could do with the with what they added in 1.1, which is a little bland. But I think in 2 they'll add a couple more. I did go over the whole thing. I went through 1.2 just to see that, you know, make a list of all the things they added, so I can't remember. This is the beach portion that they brought back, and then I figured I'd add a couple of sugar canes here, just to, you know, because it's the beach side. And then on this side we got the old desert. Got it lit up nicely. The desert hills, actually, that they implemented. And then of course we have the spawn eggs here. I put them in proper order, and as you can see, they're actually the colors changed since they first released. So that's the different color change that they updated. And then the middle is the forest. I think it's the forest hills that was added. Yeah, the forest hills, and then the taiga hills. Taiga is supposed to be part snow as well. So I just added some snow just to signify that it is the taiga hills, because otherwise it'll just kind of look like this, and then you would just have to look at the tree to see, oh wow, yeah, that's taiga. And then in here I got the music discs: Chirp, Blocks, Far, Mall, Melody, Stall, Strat, and Ward. So yeah, not too bad. Oh yeah, and then I tried the shears on the ferns, and apparently it worked. So I decided to grab those and put them in there as well, and the grass too. I did try the dead bush, but didn't work. And I think that's in 1.3 or 6, somewhere's around there, that you can start doing dead bush. But that's it. Yeah, not too bad. Of course, I went for the sandstone wall just to be a little bit different, because if you look over here, you got stone bricks. Over here is stone bricks. Over here is stone. Over here is stone. You know? So I decided to change it up, just change it up a little bit. Give it a little pop, you know? And then, of course, the white wool on the top. And that's about it. Yeah. Now let's close this baby up. There we go. Locked in, baby, locked in. Wonderful. Simple, but I think it's nice. I think it looks nice. That's, yeah, that is it. That is it for now. Next time will be 1.2. And a couple crazy stuff in that one. It's called the Faithful Update for a reason. And when the time comes, we'll figure that out. I figured it out, and let me tell you, the content on there is not too bad. On another note, I didn't do too much after building the 1.1 room. I decided to make the maps at the end of the updates to add such changes I've made, and even found some brown sheep. Even made access to the mines. A very welcome addition. No more climbing the cliffs for my goodies. Compared to the past videos, this was quite the short one. But it just might be the shortest ever, because after this, the content and changes will just keep on coming, and we have some building to do. But that's for another time. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, sub for more, like if you did, and touch my bell to be notified. Till next time,